Okay, today we're going to talk about ECS services and tasks. So there's a few concepts that I think that people are often quite confused about with ECS. That's mainly, I think, because we have another dominant container platform, which is Kubernetes, which uses different terms or sometimes uses the same terms to use different things. So in ECS, we have a service. I think it's easiest if you just think of ECS as like an EC2 auto-scaling group. It manages the tasks, which we'll talk about in a moment. It has a desired capacity, a minimum and maximum, exactly the same as an auto-scaling group does, but for tasks rather than for EC2 instances. So if a task dies, ECS service will handle that and replace it. So to define what we want to run within our tasks, we have a task definition, which is linked with the service, which then spins up the tasks. So we set things like the amount of CPU and memory, but also the containers that we want to run within the task, because each task runs one or more containers. Typically, you would only run one container. Things like malware detection, for example, would often run in a separate container within the same task. So if we're creating a task and we're doing anything really within AWS that we need to give permissions, we need to use IAM. And actually we have two IAM roles that are relevant for ECS. We have firstly the task execution role, which I would suggest you should think of as kind of outside of the task. It's what's needed to provision the task. So if you need to pull container images from ECR, which is obviously pretty typical for an ECS service, the task execution role is where you would define the permissions that ECS has to pull that from ECR and create the task. Equally, a lot of times your task will have a secret that comes from Secret Manager, gets exposed as an environmental variable to the containers within the task. If you need to provide permissions to those containers within the task themselves, for example, you need to provide permission to SQS, let's say, or to an S3 bucket, we would do that with the task IAM role. So the task IAM role is what provides the permissions to the thing within the container. The execution role is the thing that provides the permissions to be able to start the container in the first place. Here's a summary for you. Until next time, enjoy the cloud.